What's up, you beautiful people? Yes, we all doubted Ubisoft. There was some turmoil going on in their midst, but it seems like they're coming through because in 2024, the first ever open world Star Wars game is about to be released. At least that's what the trailer told us. I mean, we've all come accustomed to delays at this modern time, but hey, 2024 could not come soon enough. This game literally looks amazing, and it takes place on an era that we're all familiar with. The game in question is called Star Wars Outlaws. This is a new game, of course, focused on the civil struggles against the Empire's reign. When it comes to Star Wars games, you guys know that there is a lot of different favorites between the fans. Even myself, when I was thinking today, if you ask me which one is your favorite game, it's kind of impossible to actually pick. From the old ones to the new ones, the canon ones, it's just been all good in the Star Wars gaming community. Yes, we've had canceled games, unfortunately, but all in all, we're satisfied, I think, with most of what came out when it comes to the gaming Star Wars IP. The thing is that we've never had an open world game. Open world signifying, of course, something like Elder Scrolls, something like GTA, and what this looks like mostly, something like Red Dead Redemption. The main character is literally kind of a cowboy, a scoundrel that roams around the terrain, this time around the galaxy, for treasure hunts, missions, and so forth, with other companions and partners. The main character will be Kay Vess with her little minion and other partners all around. One of the main partners that we're going to discuss, I'm so excited about this guy because this definitely looks like Kyle Katarn. We're going to talk extensively about this dude because I have a feeling that this character has been inspired, or maybe it is actually that character. So when it was first discussed naturally being an open world game, I thought that it would be a character that we would choose. We would choose the gender, the look of it, everything that we want out of our creation of a main character, but it seems like it's locked to Kay Vess. She has been described as a scoundrel, bounty hunter, smuggler, essentially a female Han Solo. And she couldn't come at a better time because, as we see in the trailer, Han Solo has been frozen in carbonite and Jabba has him in his possession on Tatooine, essentially letting us all know that this takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So it couldn't be a better timeline, honestly, because this is one of the lesser known eras that we have in Star Wars, except for the Darth Vader and Star Wars comic books that maybe some don't read. We don't really know what happened between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Now we get to see it full hand with an open world game and nothing to do essentially with the rebellion or the Empire. This is in between, the everyday folk. It really seems like this game will take the Andor perspective in a much bigger light. Through Star Wars Twitter and actually the actress herself, this is what essentially we got the information for. Star Wars Outlaws follows Kay Vess, played by Humberly Gonzalez, a thief trying to make a living amongst the Empire's tyrant reign. Along with her companion Nix, Kay Vess is planning a large heist in the Outer Rim, which will inevitably draw the attention of the Empire and the various crime syndicates that rule the galaxy from the shadows. This, of course, will not be the only heist they execute, as they will need to make a living with the best of their criminal abilities. So naturally, this promises to be a big change when it comes to Star Wars games. The formula has been definitely reinvented because we've never had this type of a game in Star Wars before. The recent game that we played, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, it was a linear storyline game. Yes, you can travel from planet to planet and you can essentially move around the map to find hidden secrets or treasures. However, the path is pretty much linear. The map, it is what it is. You only have a certain amount of space to roam around, whereas this game promises to be completely open world. You can be anywhere at any time. In fact, Ubisoft has some experience with this, of course. When it comes to Assassin's Creed, those games are pretty much open world. You can do or go anywhere you want. You can engage in secret missions, side missions, find surprises, and everything in between. and hopefully Star Wars Outlaws promises to be something like that, especially when it comes to light or dark side of the Force, something that I don't think will have much importance in this game. The name itself, Star Wars Outlaws, gives us an indication that there are multiple outlaws in play. What we saw from the trailer, it seems like it won't be just Kay Vess that will be the main aspect of the story, but her companions might be involved as well in the gameplay aspect. So I'm fully expecting to play as these other characters maybe. That would be kind of amazing if actually pull this off. Kind of a GTA 5 type of thing where we can move from character to character, basically have 3 characters that we can interchange whenever we want, play as anyone we want. The other thing is, let's talk about other things that we saw in the trailer that in fact show us what planets may be available. Even now from this trailer we have a couple of hints. The hope is of course that the entirety or most of the galaxy will be available. What we see in the trailer is clearly Canto Bight. We also see Kijimi from Rise of Skywalker and what looks like Crate as well, the underground red caves. Of course, Tatooine was heavily featured with Jabba the Hutt and Han Solo frozen in carbonite, so this was all good and beautiful. So naturally we come to one of the biggest characters to be revealed in this game, aside from the main character that everybody has been clamoring about, and that is Kyle Katarn. Whether you've played Star Wars Dark Forces, Star Wars Jedi Outcast, even Jedi Academy, Kyle Katarn is a staple of Star Wars legends from the old LucasArts games. I've spent my entire childhood playing this dude, and he was one of the biggest badasses when we're talking about Star Wars characters. Even though he never made it into a TV series, TV show, movie, anything like that, the games alone made this dude to be out a legend. This Kyle Katarn looking dude is sitting in the cockpit of her ship and offers her a way out, seemingly instigating the whole heist plan and idea. Starting from the haircut, the facial features, his facial hair, his shirt, his brown shoulder pad, his pants, everything is screaming Kyle Katarn. Now, it's important to note that in the trailer, Kay Vess calls him Jalen. However, we've known Lucasfilm and now Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft to be pretty much misleading the fans when it comes to these types of characters. They might be using a fake name right now, but later on they might actually reveal him to be Kyle Katarn. Now think about it. Wouldn't it make sense for this game to make Kyle Katarn canon again? We know that during this time, Luke Skywalker may be located on Tatooine building his green lightsaber. Kyle Katarn and Luke Skywalker have their history. Moreover, in the previous Dark Forces and Jedi Outcast games, they take place after Return of the Jedi, so the timeline pretty much lines up. Kyle Katarn's work as a mercenary in this time period would make his character a perfect fit for the Star Wars Outlaws storyline. Kay Vess is allied with neither the Jedi or the Rebels nor the Empire and seems to be more involved with the criminal underworld of the Outer Rim, meaning that if Kyle Katarn is a mercenary at this time between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, he could easily be integrated into this world and be involved with many actions and factions that she has to deal with prior to the game's main heist adventure. Naturally, right now, Kyle Katarn is just a speculation, but it would completely make sense. I mean, putting these pictures side by side, it is kind of undeniable, don't you think? Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know all your thoughts about Star Wars Outlaws down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.